we will discuss about the internal structure of human heart. And here in this session, we are going to discuss about the circulation of blood through human heart. So, we are going to discuss about circulation of blood through human heart. So in the human heart, in human beings, there is a complete double circulation. So the circulation of blood through the human heart is a complete double circulation. Now what do we mean by complete double circulation? Now complete double circulation, it means in the heart of human beings, the blood is completely separated, and from the heart, the blood, when it reaches up to any organ, up to any tissue, then it passes twice through the heart. So, before reaching to any organ, the blood passes through the heart 2 times. Therefore, we are saying it is a complete double circulation. And there are 2 different ways, 2 different parts of this double circulation in human beings. And these are systemic, or it is also called as greater circulation. Systemic or greater circulation. And the second part, it is pulmonary, or it is also called as lesser circulation. So there are 2 ways of circulation, systemic and greater circulation, or pulmonary and lesser circulation. And this first way, first part, systemic or greater circulation, there is flow of the blood is there to and from the body organs. So when the flow of the blood is there to and from the body organs, then that type of the circulation, it is systemic circulation. Second, pulmonary or lesser circulation. When there is a flow of the blood is there to and from the lungs, then it is called as pulmonary or lesser circulation. Now, with the help of a very simple diagram, we are going to understand what exactly is systemic and pulmonary circulation. So here I am going to draw a very simple structure for the heart. Now these are chambers. Now we are not going to draw the column cornea, papillary muscles, etc. We are just drawing a very simple diagram. This is the 4-chambered human heart. This is right auricle, left auricle, right ventricle, left ventricle. Now we are going to discuss about the first type, systemic or greater circulation, in which there is a flow of the blood is there to and from the body organs. Now, while discussing about the internal structure, we have studied that from the heart to the body organs, the blood which is supplied is oxygenated blood, and that blood is in left ventricle. So, from the left ventricle, the blood, it is supplied to the body organs, and the blood is oxygenated blood. So with the help of an arrow, we are going to show this. And this arrow means the aorta, which carrying the blood from left ventricle towards the body organ. So from the left ventricle, oxygenated blood, it is carried towards body parts with the help of aorta. And the type of the blood is oxygenated blood. It is oxygenated blood. So what happens in the body parts? The exchange of gases takes place, and due to this, the blood becomes deoxygenated, and then that deoxygenated blood, with the help of vena cava, it is carried into right auricle. So now from the body parts, the blood is carried towards right auricle, which is deoxygenated blood, and the veins, vena cava, are responsible for depositing that deoxygenated blood into right auricle. So this is systemic or greater circulation, in which there is a flow of the blood is there to and from the body organs. So the blood is supplied to the body organs, and from the body organs the blood again reaches into the heart. And the parts of the heart, the chambers of the heart which are involved in this first type, it is left ventricle and right auricle. So these are the two chambers which are responsible for systemic or greater circulation. So here we can draw this. So these are the two chambers responsible for systemic circulation, that is left ventricle and right auricle. Now about pulmonary or lesser circulation, in which there is a flow of the blood is there to and from the lungs, and the blood vessel which carries the blood to the lungs is pulmonary artery, and this pulmonary artery carries deoxygenated blood. Now the deoxygenated blood is in right ventricle. So from the right ventricle, the blood, it is carried towards lungs. Here you can take up to this. From the right ventricle, the deoxygenated blood, it is carried up to the lungs. The vein which is responsible for this, or the blood vessel which is responsible for this, is pulmonary artery. Carries deoxygenated blood towards lungs. In the lungs, the blood is filled with oxygen, and then that is deposited in the left auricle. So the blood, now it is deposited in the left auricle, and the type of blood here is deoxygenated. In the lungs, the blood gets oxygen, it becomes oxygenated, and the blood vessel which carries the blood from lungs to the left auricle, it is pulmonary vein. So this is the second type of the second part of the circulation in human beings, which is pulmonary or lesser circulation, where the flow of the blood is there from heart to the lungs, so to the lungs, and from the lungs into the heart. So with the help of a simple diagram, now one more thing, one more point. The chambers which takes part in this pulmonary or lesser circulation are right ventricle and left auricle. So these are the chambers. Right ventricle and left auricle are responsible for completing pulmonary or lesser circulation. Now, we have separated the right side of the heart and the left side of the heart completely. But the chambers which are involved in this systemic and pulmonary circulation are one from the left side and one from the right side, vice versa. They are responsible for systemic and pulmonary or lesser circulation. Now this is with the help of a simple diagram. Now with the help of a tabular form, again we are going to discuss this. Now this is the cycle, and we are going to draw this cycle for better understanding. So first, now this is the diagrammatic representation. First we will start from any chamber because it is a cycle. So first we are going to start from right ventricle. So here right ventricle. The right ventricle has deoxygenated blood. So this deoxygenated blood is carried towards lungs. It is carried towards lungs. So the type of the blood is deoxygenated. And the blood vessel responsible for this is pulmonary artery. Right? From the lungs, the blood is passed, or it is to the left auricle. The blood, oxygenated blood, it is deposited deposited into left auricle. So the type of the blood is oxygenated blood, and the blood vessel which is responsible for this is pulmonary vein. Now from the left ventricle the blood enters into from the left auricle the blood enters into left ventricle. Now in the left ventricle the blood is oxygenated. Now this oxygenated blood should be supplied to the body part. So it is supplied to body parts. Type of the blood is, it is oxygenated, and the blood vessel which is responsible for this is aorta. Now in the body parts the exchange of gases takes place. The blood becomes deoxygenated and again it is carried towards right auricle. Right? And from the right auricle the blood goes into right ventricle. So this is the cycle. Now we are going to divide this. So the upper part it is pulmonary circulation, the lower part it is systemic circulation. So we are saying in man there is complete double circulation, means the blood passes 2 times through the heart before reaching any organ. So this is double circulation in human beings, systemic circulation and pulmonary circulation. We are describing it with the help of a diagram as well as we also study it in a tabular form. Now in the next session we will have to discuss about the conducting system and the cardiac cycle of human